If you bought gold during last week's U.S. session on Friday, then you paid too much. And why would you buy gold and pay too much? Well, you probably made the same mistake that most traders make when they're buying gold. And in this video, I will share with you how to avoid the mistake that most traders make so that when you buy gold, you can turn it into a profit. Welcome to the video, and here we are with the regular weekly analysis this week for the 14th of October through to the 18th of October 2024. And this is where I will look at the high impact news, the data that's coming out from our go-to website, forexfactory.com, where we can see the high impact news items that will affect the movement of our currencies and commodities. And then we'll have a look at the trade setups that I shared with you last week to see what profit and loss we had. And then, of course, I will share my pending orders with you. That's the trade setups that I have in place for this upcoming week. And I do all of this to help you make profit with your Forex trading. So let's jump over to the forexfactory.com screenshot that I share with you. And I have a couple of items highlighted. These are the high impact news items that are coming out this week. Nothing on Monday. And in fact, on Tuesday and Wednesday, there's nothing on the U.S. economy, something on the GBP, the CAD, and the New Zealand. But on Thursday, we have two very important items, and that is the euro, where we will probably see a lowering of the interest rate. It is projected that they will lower the interest rate by 25 basis points. And then, of course, in the U.S. session, we have our regular core retail sales, and then also the unemployment claims. So be sure and check forexfactory.com for your local time zones. And now let's jump over to our charts and have a look at the profit and loss from last week's trade setups that I shared with you. And the first chart that we will look at is gold, and this gives me a good opportunity to explain to you the mistake that you probably made if you were buying gold here during the U.S. session on Friday at a very high price. Okay, it's likely that the price will come down. It could continue to move up. But how can you avoid that kind of a mistake? What you were doing on Friday was you saw gold moving up and you thought, well, you're going to miss out on a continuing escalation of the price of gold. So you're chasing candles. And that's what you need to learn to avoid. Don't chase candles. Let the market come to you. If you see back here with the pending order that I shared with you last week, gold closed the previous week at this price here, and I said we have a buy limit at 26.40. So the thing that you can do with trading is either buy or sell or wait. So on Monday we waited for the price to come down to our pending order. All right, our buy limit at 26.40, that's exactly where it came. And then the trade executed, and if you took that trade with one standard lot, that was 195 pips, which would have calculated into $2,000. $2,000 profit in a 4-hour period just by simply waiting. All right, no FOMO, no emotional trading. Just place your pending order, wait for the market to come to you. The trade executes, you go into profit, you close your trade with $2,000 profit in just 4 hours. So that's how you avoid that mistake. Learn to place your pending orders. Learn to leave the trades alone. Learn to stop chasing candles. Learn to let the market come to you. It will. So if you were buying gold on Friday during the U.S. session, you paid too much. And what we will do for this upcoming week is wait again for gold to make a correction, a retracement, a pullback to a lower price, a better price where we can get in and buy gold and then let that execute, let that open, let that move to a higher price and then take profit. I will share that new buy limit with you in just a few minutes. These are last week's trades, and let's now look at the US 30. I had a trade here on Monday, a pending buy limit, and this one executed on Monday, went the wrong direction, so it hit our stop loss. We protected our capital with this stop loss. I had a 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio, but it went the wrong direction, so I got out with a small loss. And then on Thursday, as the good news on the U.S. economy started to come out, you could have easily got back into the trade and then made a really good profit on the U.S. 30 as it went to all-time highs. It closed at nearly 43,000. 42,938. So if you have been trading the US 30, let me know how you're doing with that. Let me know your strategy. This is a new asset that I've been trading for the last few weeks. Made a couple of good trades, but it is very volatile, and that's why I always use a really tight stop loss with a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio on this new asset that I'm trading. The Euro US, all of the majors from the previous week had a big drop. All right, and I was waiting. I would play these cautiously, waiting for a pullback, a correction, which the Euro US did not come back to. It retraced a little bit, but then continued its bearish move. So on the Euro US and all of the other majors, there was no trade. Same with the odd US. It did correct a little bit, but not enough to hit our pending order. And then the New Zealand US, the same. Okay, on Monday, you can see it did not come back to the pending order. The pound US was the same. Okay, it did not come back to the pending order. Everything just continuing, all of these major pairs continuing their bearish moves without any retracement or correction. And the USD CAD continuing to go up like a ballistic missile, although it's getting at a very high price. It's up around 1.37 and 1.38 is where I will stop buying if I do have any buying opportunities, because that is a previous high that we've seen in the last 4 or 5 years, that it just cannot get above that. So we'll just have a look at my pending orders coming up shortly, and we'll see if we have a buy limit on that one. The UJ, the USD JPY, missed the pending order by 4 pips. And as I've told you in the past, if you see that it's very, very close to that pending order, and then it starts to go the right direction, you can go ahead and get into the trade. Even if you had taken the trade after this 4-hour candle right here, you could have still made 150 pips. But from here, the pending order, if you got in right on that when it got really, really close, and then on Thursday, it reached 200 pips profit on the UJ. And now, as I share my pending orders with you, first of all, we will look at the DXY, but before I do look at the pending orders, remember that this is not financial advice. I'm sharing these trade setups that I have in place in order that it might help you, give you some guidance or some advice on the kind of trades that you want to take. It's up to you to use good risk management. It's up to you to trade your own account and to, of course, protect your capital. So the DXY index, the US dollar index, what's it been doing last week? Went sideways in the beginning of the week, but then we had that good news coming out on the U.S. economy midweek, and through to Friday it just went sideways. But we're seeing a continuing strengthening of the U.S. dollar for the last couple of weeks, and let's see if that's going to continue to move up into the U.S. elections that we have coming up in just 2 or 3 weeks. The JPY basket mostly was a roller coaster. You can see the price was started over here on the beginning of the week, went up, went down, went up, and went down. So it kind of finished up the week where it started the beginning of the week. So not much to report on the JPY, although it's likely to continue its bearish direction. So now let's look at the pending orders that I have, the trade setups that I have in place. On gold, I have a buy limit, okay? I didn't chase the candles on Friday. So you see that I have a pending order, a buy limit on gold with a zone where it might retrace to, where it come back to. So I'm waiting, not chasing these candles, buying at these high prices, waiting for gold to make a correction, a pullback to either 2650. All right, that's our support level. It was a previous resistance level back here earlier in the week, or it could come down to 2640. That was a previous support level. So somewhere in this zone, looking for gold to retrace to. So I have 2 pending orders, a buy limit at 2650 and a buy limit at 2640. And then looking at the Euro US, I have a sell limit on that one, expecting the major pairs to continue their bearish run that we've been seeing for a couple of weeks. So a pending order on the Euro US, a sell limit at 1.0945. And then the odd US, also a sell limit with the entry price at 0.6770. The New Zealand US with a sell limit at 0.6135. The pound US, a sell limit on that one with the entry price at 1.3110. And the USD CAD, of course, a buy limit. All right, let that one retrace a little bit back to our support level there at 1.3725. And then the UJ, the USD JPY, a buy limit, okay, with the entry price at 148.84. Very, very close to our pending order now, but I expect that to execute on Monday. So a buy limit on the USD JPY. So that's a wrap for this weekly analysis from the 14th of October 2024. And I hope you'll let me know in the comments below if you've been making that same mistake most traders do of chasing candles. Okay, let me know if you think that you can develop the discipline to place pending orders. That's what pending orders are about, is waiting for the market to come to you. Letting whether it's a commodity or a currency or an index or crypto, whatever it might be, nothing goes up forever, nothing goes down forever. Learn to develop the discipline to place a pending order and let the market come to you. So I hope that these tips and suggestions will help you with your Forex trading to be profitable. Wherever you are in the world, be kind to yourself, be kind to others. I'll see you in the next video.